Late at night, when the rest of the world is asleep, the best U.S. pilots are ready for the challenge. Wherever in the world there's danger, true professionals will stand up for you. The seconds are ticking away. Every detail of the mission can be worth someone's life. To the roar of the engines, they rise into the night sky. Having received an urgent task, the pilots go to the front line and head to the danger zone. All they have are their airplanes, skills, and morale. Against the endless sky, they stand in defense of freedom and security. The fighter jets are the first line of defense to arrive on the orders of the United States. You've just seen the emergency takeoff of U.S. planes to resolve the conflict with Iran. This is no joke. Not long ago, Iran launched a direct strike on Israel from its territory for the first time, which led to the development of a military conflict between the two countries. According to Iranian representatives, their attack on Israel was carefully planned and was intended to demonstrate the will of Tehran and its military capabilities. However, the organizers of the strike clearly forgot that an ally would definitely come to the aid of Israel. This ally is the United States. The United States and Iran have not been getting along for a long time, and there are many reasons for this. Both countries are on different sides of the political divide. In addition, Iran helps Russia circumvent sanctions and supplies it with cheap drones that attack Ukrainian cities. The conflict also escalated after the announcement of the Iranian nuclear program. And do you know what's the most impressive thing about this story? The Iranians themselves were against such a scenario. They became afraid of retaliation from Israel and its allies. Panic, queues in supermarkets, fuel shortages at gas stations, and attempts to leave the country are what's happening now. Despite the claims by Israel that it successfully intercepted 99% of the 300 missiles and drones launched at its territory, Iranian officials declared the attack a success, emphasizing its symbolic significance. In addition, they wanted to destroy the F-35 fighter stationed at the Nata military base. Whether they succeeded or not is unclear, but the attack on Israel became a flashpoint for the United States, leading to an emergency takeoff of fighter jets and the deployment of other powerful equipment in the Red Sea. Let's take a look at the weaponry that's arrived on the shores of Israel and is ready to wipe out any attempts by the enemy to launch new attacks. The first steel birds to arrive after the accidental takeoff were the B-21s, capable of delivering a stealthy, devastating strike. Yes, it's true that the B-21 is a weapon that can start or end a conflict so quickly that you won't even have time to make coffee. And for good reason, as the B-21 Raider is the first strategic bomber in more than 3 decades. It symbolizes the continued superiority of America in innovation and technological development.
It will operate in tomorrow's high-end threat environment, and it will enable America to outmaneuver, to outpace, and to outmatch our adversaries. It will deter aggression.
This giant aircraft with a wingspan of over 195 feet is equipped with a wide range of exciting features. Let's talk about it briefly. The first thing that surprises us about the Raider is its invisibility. Its stealth is so advanced that there's still no radar that can detect this aircraft. What technologies were used by the United States remains a secret. Iran cannot even see the bomber, which is a death sentence. The other amazing feature is AI control. No doubt in a standard position, the Raider is operated by a human, but the onboard computer is equipped with such advanced artificial intelligence that it's capable of performing almost all human functions, controlling, aiming weapons, recognizing enemies, and so on. Even if the pilot loses consciousness during the flight, the robot will be able to land the B-21 at the nearest Allied military base. And let's not forget about the huge arsenal of weapons that Iran simply cannot cope with. There are several types of weapons that the Raider carries. The first are the HARM anti-radar missiles. Their specialty lies in their name. They detect enemy radar by waves and then deftly destroy targets, virtually blinding the enemy. Then dozens of JDAM-guided bombs or cluster munitions are launched to destroy everything in the target area. The Raider can even drop a nuclear bomb. But of course, these are exceptional cases. In this way, the B-21 can stealthily fly into an area controlled by the enemy and, without being detected, destroy its radar with HARM missiles. This will deprive the enemy of any defense because modern air defense works only in conjunction with radar, and therefore the B-21 will open the way for fighters such as the F-16. The Fighting Falcon is a lightweight, multi-role fighter aircraft that's renowned for its high maneuverability in both air combat and ground attacks. Simply put, it's very versatile.
It was conceived of as a lightweight, low-cost fighter primarily for air-to-air, but it evolved to possess air-to-air and air-to-ground, a true multi-role fighter.
And no matter how old this aircraft is, the F-16 can compete with any fighter jet, and all thanks to its characteristics. The Lockheed Martin Company has managed to create a real masterpiece. With a length of 49 feet and a wingspan of 31 feet, it's compact and highly maneuverable, which is ideal for quick and unexpected attacks. It can carry up to 21 tons of payload, most often high-precision missiles and ammunition. The fighter jet is sometimes equipped with additional fuel tanks for long-range operations, but the most important thing is that the maximum speed of the F-16 is 1,335 miles per hour, which is still very fast. Even the latest F-35 can reach only 1,180 miles per hour as standard. How's Iran going to deal with this threat?
I liked the F-16. It was a great airplane to fly, but I really liked the diversity of missions that it had. It gave me a lot of opportunity to train and fly in both an air-to-air and an air-to-ground role.
That's a good question. Most likely, it'll first try to shoot down U.S. aircraft using its air defense system. However, let us remind you of one detail. The B-21 will destroy the defense of the enemy before he has time to realize anything. Realizing that the situation is a stalemate, Iran can take off its aircraft, relying only on visual detection of enemies or on the work of weak radars inside its fighters. But what kind of weapons do they have? Iran has the Hessa Sa'Keh fighter, for example. This is a redesigned fighter based on the old Northrop F-5. The Sa'Keh is capable of flying at a speed of 1,056 miles per hour and carrying several air-to-air missiles. However, the range of these missiles is much shorter than that of the American AIM-120, which the F-16s have. Similarly, its radars can detect the target earlier. The only conclusion is that the American aircraft will easily destroy the Sa'Keh because all of its indicators are better. Iran also has several MiG-29s, which have long been considered the main competitor to the F-16. These fighters are similar in many aspects. They have about the same speed with a slight advantage in favor of the MiG, and their maneuverability is about equal. But the F-16 is still more suitable for long battles. This battle could have been equal, except that Iran only has 36 MiGs and the US has 936 F-16s. Exactly 900 more than that. In addition, the USS Gerald R. Ford, which also arrived in the Red Sea, already has 90 such fighters. The Gerald R. Ford could have destroyed the entire enemy army alone, and Iran realizes that having such a terrible weapon at its side is a bad thing. Iran seems to be determined to de-escalate and reduce tensions. Apparently, the military and government officials are really scared of possible consequences from the United States. What do you think? Have the Iranian authorities really come to their senses? Or is this just another insidious plan before another attack? Write your opinion in the comments. It'll also be cool if you subscribe to the channel and like this video, because it motivates us to create new content for you. All the best, and see you soon.